bro, what kind of cut we doing? What we thinking today?
Chop this up.
Chop
Big
it.
chop.
Chop it. Can you show us the picture?
This is right here. Back to the little cut.
Alright, cool.
Cut all this
Let's
out.
do it. Alright, so if you guys noticed the picture, I'm gonna pull it up one more time for you guys. He wants more of like a piled on look. So not really a all even, like a guard length. We're going for like a scissor cut. So my immediate thoughts, I've been cutting him for years. I already know how he likes his hair. Even when we were cutting it shorter, he didn't like it really with a guard. He kind of liked it piled on top. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start with some scissor work, just cutting off all the bulk. He's been growing his hair for years. I was cutting him back at the shop. If you guys remember when I was at the shop, I've been cutting him for years. So I'm just pulling his hair back and just removing all the bulk. And with this cut, my immediate thoughts were, I'm gonna section the top, do scissor work on top, and then kind of take a guard on the sides and the back, because obviously we're gonna do a taper. So I'm gonna just clip over comb all this bulk. If you guys wanna see more content from me, check out my TikToks. I have a few TikTok accounts, and then also check out my Instagram. Very entertaining content, so check it out. Now we're gonna wet the top, section it, and we're gonna get down with the scissor work. So I'm sectioning it from his crown to his recession points, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack his fringe. And now we're just gonna even it out all around. We're gonna go for a layered look. And right here, I'm just gonna attack his crop. This is kind of like a crop top, I guess you could say. Definitely like a crop top. So now we're gonna attack the top. And now I'm just cross-checking my work, making sure everything is not super even, because again, it's a crop top. We're going for like a messy look. So we're gonna dry it and then comb it forward. And I already knew it was gonna be like in the shape of like a mushroom, which is what I kind of wanted. Now we're gonna smooth over the edges, the front, and around the ear, so we can prepare it for our taper area. So I'm gonna grab my 6 and go like against the grain in this area, but notice how I'm kind of flicking out at the top. Now his hair is wavy. It's not super straight, but it's definitely, he has some wave in it. I'm letting my comb guide me so that I don't go up too far. And this is gonna blend pretty much straight into the scissor work that we did on top. Now his front hairline is very tricky. He has very tricky bangs. That was probably the most difficult part of this haircut, but I already knew that. I've been cutting his hair for years. You just know clients' heads, their head shape, all that, what they like, what they don't like. So his big thing is keeping the bangs in the front. He doesn't like his forehead, you know, looking big. So now we're gonna start our tapers on each side. And I'm gonna scoop out in the back. I'm gonna debulk before I set my line in. What I'm doing now is I'm just setting that base for the taper. So We're gonna attack the back. Not taking it up too high, but we're gonna make this taper nice. His back of his head is very tricky to taper also. He has a bunch of different hair growth patterns back there. I'm gonna go ahead and line up his C-cup before I start the taper, and I'm gonna begin my taper. We're gonna give him like a mid taper. Now, if you notice, he was kind of pushed back from his last cut. The last time I cut him was when he had braids. The video's on my channel sometime in May, I believe, or June. We're gonna do the same thing for this other side. Keeping it low enough to still keep it below all the scissor work. I don't want it to make it look like a burst taper or a high taper or nothing like that. So for the back, you guys can kind of see, especially once I move forward with this back taper, he has lots of different hair growth patterns back here, which can be very tricky. The indentations in the back of his neck, that can also make it tricky. You guys gotta just think about all different, there's many different factors that can go into a haircut. A person's forehead shape, their neck shape. I have certain clients where their neck, it's just, especially a lot of kids, it's shaped so differently that it's hard to really get up in those crevices to fade it, which can be tricky. Now we're gonna use some scissor over comb just to make that transition a bit smoother. And for the shape up around the ear, usually I kind of take the bulk more down on most of my clients, but he kind of likes that bulky look on his above his ears because it kind of helps with the shape. It kind of helps contribute to that layered look of like a messy crop top with a sharp line up. That's basically this haircut. I'd call this haircut a messy crop top with a sharp line up. Most people leave the fringe like messy, but he likes it nice and sharp. He doesn't like paint, no enhancements, so we're gonna just debulk the front. I got my 3 guard. I didn't use no hairspray, no water. We're just going in. I'm gonna start in the middle, work my way to each side. Now, hair like this, you're just gonna have to keep relining it. It's just how it is. You're gonna have to keep relining it. On the pushback area right here, we're gonna be real gentle. Now it looks like I just lined it up once, but trust me, I lined it up like 4 or 5 times. This is a good technique I like to use on the vertical bars and even on just the hairline in general. Grab a sharp pair of shears, just be careful, be very precise, and just clean up that area. So I'm gonna use our razor to try to preserve that pushback area. Shout out Easy Blade, my code's on the screen, 10% off anything on the store. I'm gonna put a little bit of product. My product of choice today was a little bit of Slick Gorilla, and this is the finished look. He was satisfied with it. As you can see, he was messing it up. He likes it nice and messy. So we're gonna go ahead and just clean him up, clean up his neck, and he's good to go. So this is how my client came in, YouTube. Sheesh. And this is how he's leaving. It's your boy 4. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.